What is going on, guys, and welcome into the video. So Palantir is on a huge rally, up 30+% from its recent lows, and seems to finally be heading in the right direction and, more importantly, gaining some much needed momentum. But is this rally just a setup for a much larger drop coming very soon for Palantir? Is it a mistake to buy Palantir stock in this rally? And what price target do I have now for Palantir? And what is my valuation for Palantir? And does Alex Karp actually hurt Palantir shareholders? Well, I will answer every one of those questions with the truth without the hype, and I just ask in exchange for you to gently tap that like button and consider subscribing too. It's super easy to do. Now, today's video is a condensed version of a much more detailed version of a breakdown of a stock that you can find inside the Market Insiders private group, where the sale is finally ending tomorrow for real, forever this time. And we have over 100 different tutorials and lessons on this topic, and it's also where you have lessons on mastering your money, building up passive income, and retiring early and being financially independent. And we even have a real estate course in development now. You also get direct access to me directly through DMs, live streams, and you see every buy or sell I make in real time, and you get my watch list with price targets too. Again, the sale actually does end tomorrow forever, so you will not see the price this low again, so make sure you lock in your spot today. And sorry about the background, guys. You still see I'm still waiting on some things to be delivered that have been in order forever now, it seems. So, those supply chain issues and all are still kicking out there. So let's talk about, is Alex Karp actually hurting shareholders first? I mean, every time someone in the group posts a video or interview with him, it's like the guy is on another planet or something. Either he talks way over everyone's head to the point where it borders on a crazy person and the hair doesn't really help either. Or he comes across as a complete arrogant jerk who thinks he is smarter and better than everybody else. Seriously, kind of no matter what, he does not come across well at all. And it seems to be even worse on earnings calls, as they seem disorganized and do nothing to actually help explain the products, what they do, and the value they bring to the market, their customers, and us as shareholders. It's not good at all, guys. I'm sorry, it's just not. And you guys know I'm not a pumper. You guys come here for the truth, and I cannot sugarcoat it at all. This hurts shareholders no matter how you want to spin it. Now, having said kind of all that, a world-changing company is not usually led by a typical buttoned-up CEO. It's usually led by a driven, eclectic individual overall. See Tesla and Elon Musk for that. I mean, I don't think we need to discuss that much here at all, but you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Those are the type of individuals that lead those kinds of companies that are world-changing companies. Long-term, it rewards shareholders richly. Ask anyone who invested in Tesla early, they've been rewarded richly. But in the short term, it's a roller coaster ride for sure. So that begs the question, is it a mistake to buy Palantir during this rally? I mean, I know for me, every time I buy, it stops a rally and immediately sends the stock lower. And I think many of you guys out there feel that same way. And even if that doesn't happen to you, is this rally really fool's gold? Well, let me hit you guys with some facts here. YouTubers, the media, everyone needs content every day. Every day, someone will show you a chart and graph showing this could be the bottom, this is the point the market will return. If you see this, a crash is coming, and kind of so on and so forth forever and ever. I personally can show you 25 graphs and charts that prove a bottom is in, and this rally is just the beginning of a much larger rally. And I can also show you 25 more that prove we have a lot more pain ahead, and this bear market is just getting started, and we are going a lot lower. The fact is, we will not be able to tell where the actual bottom is for any stock or the market overall until way after the fact. I mean, probably months, maybe longer after the bottom is completely set. So guessing now is useless, and it's just that. It's just a guess with a pretty chart behind it, so I pay zero attention to it. Now, if I'm a trader, these charts are much more valuable and may provide some day trading or swing trading signals. But that is a completely different strategy where the entries and exits are for short-term moves, and in a lot of cases, they actually hurt a long-term investor if they follow the same path because the goal and the strategy is very different. Most media pundits on CNBC or other news are traders, not long-term investors. Kramer is a trader. Almost all fund managers are traders. Not all of them, but almost all of them. YouTubers that discuss getting in and out of stocks are traders. They're not long-term buy and hold investors. You cannot mix the two strategies. It doesn't work over the long run. The reality is, if you think Palantir is a $45 stock in 3 years, for example, is $8 a great price when we get there to $45? I mean, sure, buying at 6 is better, and buying at 5 is even better than that. But how upset will you be if you bought at $8 or $10 if the price hits $45 in 3 years? I know I sure wouldn't be upset unless I didn't gobble up all the shares that I could. And let me illustrate this further with a real example. Tesla bottomed out in 2020 at $85 per share. But if you missed the bottom and bought at $100 instead, are you still mad about not buying at 85 given that it's over $700 now and has been as high as $1,200? Now, of course, 85 is better, but unless you are the mythical market timer that has never existed before, you probably didn't buy all your shares perfectly on that day. So as long as you are buying when it's a steal deal, you should be very happy overall. And if still sitting on a 7x during a market crash doesn't excite you, my guess is you need to just go to Vegas because actual investing will never make you happy. I have made this exact mistake before many times and gotten too fancy when a stock is super undervalued and, tried to time the market more or get it lower, or it could be lower or whatever the heck it was, when it just didn't matter because it was so undervalued to begin with. So is this rally fool's gold or not? The answer is nobody knows and it doesn't matter. If Palantir is below your price target and undervalued based on your valuation, and more importantly, you see huge upside based on the numbers and growth rates, then for me, I am pulling the trigger and I have been pulling the trigger. Heck, if you aren't comfortable with any of this and just trying to figure it all out, what the market will do and all that sort of stuff, just a simple DCA works great. Set it up and execute regardless of what the market does. So let me give you my price target and valuation for Palantir stock. And remember, you must do your own due diligence. That was terrible, wasn't it? Due diligence. Wow, that was way off. Anyways, you must do your own due diligence and create a plan and price target that fits your plan, your income streams, risk tolerance, and all that stuff. Those factors are different for each one of us. Also keep in mind that Palantir is a growth stock, which is much harder to value than other stocks. And that means depending upon your assumptions, you may be higher or lower than I am. The variance will be wider with a stock like this than for Apple example or some other stock like that. And for me, my price target is much lower than the valuation is, but that is because I have a full position and the last time I did a full valuation, I got a fair value of around $22 or so. So right now we are getting a ridiculous discount. But like I said, my price target is lower and anything under $11 to me is a steal, so I will continue to add below that target. And if you don't know how to get price targets or do a valuation, remember the sale ends tomorrow for real this time to join the group, so make sure you lock in your discounted rate now. And click this video right here for 8 extreme value stocks, and click here for exactly what I'm doing to make huge money in this market. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.